The scientific world is buzzing with one of the biggest physics discoveries in years. Physicists at the Large Hadron Collider in Geneva announced today that they've pinned down the long-searched-for subatomic particle called the Higgs Boson. If you're like me, you're maybe a bit challenged when it comes to physics theories. You probably have no idea what that means. Somebody who does understand, though, is Professor Geoffrey Taylor. He leads Australia's research contribution to that Geneva project. He joined me moments ago from a science conference in Melbourne where the announcement was made. Professor Taylor, just before coming on air, I saw somebody tweet, "Anyone got an English explanation for the Higgs boson discovery? I'm excited, but I don't know why." Can you help us out, Professor Taylor? What does this mean?
Well, the experimentalists and the theorists in the theatre that I've just come out of are also very excited, which is uncharacteristic of physicists. But so I have to step back a little bit to give you some background. The standard model, a so-called standard model of particles that make up our universe and their interactions, has been with us for 20, 30, 40 years now and has been almost unbreakable. We experimentalists have been running to try and find a chink in the armour of the standard model for all this time. It's been a very successful theory, but there are missing ingredients. And tonight, the Higgs boson is the final ingredient which has been found now. So
to give those of us who aren't physicists a sense of the importance of this discovery, can you compare it to some other famous scientific breakthroughs that we might have heard of?
Yes, it's a massive step for us because it's a very unusual particle. It's not just another run-of-the-mill particle from the zoo of particles that have been discovered over the years. It's a new field, which it really compares with understanding the electromagnetic field. Which is absolutely fundamental to our modern lives.
Absolutely, mobile phones, satellites, all those sorts of things. What might be the...
Absolutely, they were not foreseen, of course, when the electromagnetic models were developed.
So does that mean it's possible to foresee what might be some of the applications from this discovery or not?
Well, by example, when the electromagnetic theory was developed, nobody knew that what would come from it. So, and we're in that situation now. This has been a massive intellectual step for us, a very, very challenging experiment to come to grips with whether the Higgs particle exists or not. As for its practical applications, that's really something for the future.
Some people call this the God particle. Why is that?
Well, it gets lots of press. If I tell you the real reason for it, it's not quite as lofty. It was called the goddamn particle because it was so hard to find. But with the title "The Goddamn Particle," the publishers weren't going to publish Leon Lederman's book, so it was toned down to the God particle, and the name has stuck ever since. But it does have some very important properties. Probably not as strong as a god, though.
Well, does it change people's theories about the universe or the way the universe started?
It narrows it down, not necessarily the way it started, but the way that it evolved in that first fraction of a second of the universe. It gives us a tighter platform for which to go even further and to probe the universe even more. So we've raised the level of the foundations of our understanding now with this very important discovery. And so from this higher level we can go further in probing even deeper questions like what's the nature of dark matter? Are there additional symmetries of nature, additional forces? Are there more than 3 space dimensions? So, as I said, it gives us a stronger base from which to ask these questions. It narrows down the range of possibilities.
So now that this mystery is solved, is there another holy grail for physicists?
Oh, I suspect the one which is really hard to get to is gravity at the quantum scale. So gravity is at the very smallest scale, but already by going to this understanding of the standard model, it gives us a better feeling for new types of fields. We're still a long way from quantum gravity, but that's probably the holy grail, to bring that in to an understanding on the same par as electromagnetism and the weak interaction.
Well, you can work on that now that we've got this goddamn particle. Professor Taylor, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lee.